Hi, this is Critical Motion from the Chiefs, and today in episode 5, we're going to be looking at teamwork, one of the most important parts of winning squad games in PUBG. Let's get to it. Teamwork in PUBG is incredibly important, and this comes in many elements, and we'll just be going through a couple of them. To give an example, one of the key traits playing in a team is patience. And an example here would be you're in a location with your team, maybe spread around a bit, and you hear shots and you identify there's another team. And I'm the closest, so I'm clearly gonna run over here, and I have clear shots, and I could maybe kill one now on my own, but if I would really want to secure it in maybe similar situations, I would just start communicating to my team. I could ping it like we talked about earlier in a previous episode, put a marker down on the map and just tell my team to come join me so we can confirm the kill. They're clearly busy, so it's not like a big stressful situation or anything. It's just like all about securing the kill. And once the team's in place, we've got like the ping's down, everyone knows where to look. You just open fire at the same time. Like someone just calls, like, are you ready? Are you ready? And then you shoot and you start shooting. And essentially the point is, I could have got one of these kills on my own, but team shooting as a whole team, you're more likely to at least get the down and the finish and actually make an impact. If you open up with 2 downs on a team, you can then push as all 4 together and just be in a much better situation overall. Say you're like just in front of your team leading and you spot an enemy, like it's the same idea. Like I could shoot this guy, but I'm not really gonna get much out of it. He might get downed and then he might be just a safe res. So there's some situations like this where if you have the opportunity, you can try and come together closer with your entire team. And you pretty much just, the idea is you get as close as possible before they spot you. And it becomes just a much more like easy situation for your entire team. You immediately take them out at the same time. So once again, it would just be the pings, your whole team's ready. And then once you're all in position, you can start shooting and you're pretty much just gonna catch them by surprise. Another major aspect of teamwork that is pretty much relevant to the entire game, like all game through, is trading. And trading is really important, and it's definitely something I see a lot of players just not do properly. And trading is basically when you push someone, you go together so that if the first guy goes down, the second one just cleans them up. For example, if we were to clear this building as a duo, like we're pushing in, he would follow me in, we just go in. Say there's a guy, we get the down, this guy doesn't even see us, it's fine. Then we're looking for the next guy, we just go up. And pretty much exactly like that, the idea is, even if the first guy goes down, the second guy should always win the engagement. It's just efficient trading so you don't lose a team member. Your odds are always gonna be higher if you're pushing together. And like you have to accept at some point that you're probably gonna go down sometimes, and you make up for that fact by being ready to trade out the guy who goes down. Pretty much exactly like we just showed. Being ready to use utility in gunfights is also extremely important, especially if you're trying to save teammates. Sometimes, like in a situation, if your teammate gets downed, you need to be immediately ready to pull out smokes. Sometimes the smoke might not even seem like it's gonna do much, but it's always like the extra effort and give you more time for your team to react. And then one of you needs to be like ready to be called, like to call it you're gonna be the one to res. It's very important to give each other like the information of who's actually gonna go for the res. It's important to note that in Red Bull Fight or Flight, the res time will only be 2.5 seconds. So in a lot of situations, like maybe where the blue is coming in, you actually still have time to get the res off. Resource management in a squad game is very important throughout the whole game because one first aid can just change an entire fight. And it's very important that all of your team members have at least one. So throughout the looting, you probably, like one of you probably have a lot more first aids. And it's just very important that you occasionally check in with your team to make sure everyone has enough meds that they need. If you find yourself as the person who needs to give out some meds, one of the best ways to do this is actually alt right click, which drops half of anything in your inventory. So it's a really good way to just give out some meds very quickly. One of the most important things too in the game is knowing when to use grenades. Grenades are extremely powerful in PUBG, both to just down people and to finish off your teammates' kills. People love getting the kills and stuff, but it's also very important to finish off your teammates' kills and just to secure them out of the game. I hope some of that information can help improve your team play in PUBG. Make sure you check out our previous episodes as well to level up your game. Next episode, we'll be looking at how to close out the wins in the final circles. For more details on Red Bull Fight or Flight, you can check out the link below.